Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and a wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Morami Miriga. Hello friends and Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this afternoon. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family in fact descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burruburungal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter, Burrungai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now, that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked and made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they had done here for the past 30,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal, people. This is normal life for us and for the longest time. And there is no good reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective future. Thank you. Yana.
I am pleased to introduce the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research of Macquarie University, Professor Saki Pretorius.
Thank you, Chris, for your welcome to country. It's always good to have you, and we thank you for coming along. Colleagues, guests, families, and friends of our graduates, and most importantly, all of our graduates. It is my distinct honor and a pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. I bring to the graduates and your guests a special greeting from the members of the University Council, the governing body of the university. I hope that this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for you all. Today, we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you who are about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. You have worked very hard to get here today, and you have every right to feel proud of what you've accomplished. We at the university are just as proud of you, and I am pleased to be able to congratulate each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters, and friends of our graduate here with us and as invited guests. The fact that you have been invited by one of our graduates to share one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you have been an important influence. So, to our invited guests, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this occasion with us. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honor to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars that we proudly call Macquarie University. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Detective Superintendent Brad Monk, a proud Wiradjuri and Darug man, joined the New South Wales Police Force in 1987, worked at Ashfield Police Station in general duties, and then selected to enter the criminal investigations. In 1994, he transferred to the Armed Hold-Up Squad and then the Tactical Operations Unit before being promoted to Detective Sergeant. In 2004, he was promoted to Detective Inspector at the Target Action Group and then Crime Manager, Red Firm, in 2005 during a period of community unrest and high crime, where he implemented strategies that ensured significant crime reduction and the breaking down of barriers within the community. In 2010, he transferred to the State Crime Command, working primarily in the field of organized crime, relieving as commander, firearms, Middle Eastern organized crime and robbery and serious crime, Strike Force Polaris, a joint agency border task force, staff officer of the Deputy Commissioner, Specialist Operations, and Police Fleet Management. Detective Superintendent Monk was asked to present to the police executive on fleet strategies that ensured significant cost savings and efficiencies in the management of the police fleet. In 2018, he was again promoted to Commander, Police Transport Command, and in 2021 appointed Commander, Aviation Command, ensuring the successful initiation of the new Bell 429 helicopters and the training for engineers, pilots, and crew during challenging times brought on by the COVID pandemic. This prompted initiating a training regime and review of resources that will ensure full potential of the Aviation Command within law enforcement and search and rescue. Detective Superintendent Monk has been awarded a Commissioner's Commendation for Community Service, the Commissioner's Emergency Commendation for Extraordinary Commitment to Duty during the COVID pandemic, State Emergency Bushfires and Floods, 3 times Commissioner's Unit Citations for the investigation into the murder of Kerry Whelan, for meritorious devotion to duty during the Cronulla riots and the Lint Cafe siege. I now invite Detective Superintendent Brad Monk to deliver the occasional speech. Brad.
Wow, took half my thunder then. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, graduates, friends and family. Usually I like to open up with an action-packed pole air video that wins the crowd over, but today you're just going to have to deal with me. So as was said, I joined the New South Wales Police in 1987 at Ashfield Police Station, and I can only say that not only the police, but society in general has come such a long way in those past 36 years. From manual typewriters, filling out reports that were 5 carbon pieces thick, to having the Chief of Detectives put a line through that report because there was one typo mistake, and having that report put in your pigeonhole to be redone, to using the telex machine to convey our messages, making sure that the telex machine was full of paper, otherwise those messages didn't come through, and if they didn't come through, you got a kick in the bum from the sergeant. To the modern technology, computers, software that we use today, it's been a fantastic transition to be a part of all that over the last 36 years. And I'm pretty much interested in how the next 36 years will go, and hopefully I'll be around that long. So after my first 3 years, I was selected to enter the detective's office. And back in those days, you could only get a position in criminal investigations by invitation by the Chief of Detectives. And since then, I've worked in major crime, including murders, armed robbery, kidnappings, sex crimes, pedophilia, firearms, drugs, importations, and Middle Eastern organised crime. I became the crime manager in 2005. I was there to 2010. Arrived there just after the TJ Hickey riot, when community tension was at an all-time high. There was significant heroin and significant crime rates evident throughout that community. But we did a lot of work with the kids at risk in particular, with fitness training, boxing training, and went from being called every name under the sun when I first got there, to kids running 200 metres to come and say hello and pat you on the back. So arguably the most satisfying work that I've done. With a team of small colleagues, we have run a charity golf day for 16 years, raising over $500,000 for special needs education. For that I was awarded a Commissioner's Commendation, and I've, as was said, 3 Commissioner citations for my involvement in the murder of Kerry Whelan and the ultimate conviction of Bruce Burrell, the Cronulla riots that saw significant racial tension in our communities, and the Lint Cafe siege that sadly saw the deaths of Tory Johnson and Katrina Dawson. Finally, in 2018, I was promoted to superintendent, and it took about 5 years from when I first picked up a book to recommence my study and those exams, and was promoted under our old promotion system. Thank goodness that's changed. It took about 10 years off my life and put my marriage at considerable strain. But the important lesson is, I got there and my marriage is still strong. So after commanding several commands, I became the commander of the Aviation Command in March 2021. So to give you a brief overview of Pole Air, the Aviation Command, we have 81 positions there, 35 are police, 16 pilots, 16 engineers and other administrative and management staff. As a commander, I'm formally recognised as the CEO in the eyes of CASA, along with some other mandatory positions that we must hold as an aviation business. That includes the chief pilot, chief remote pilot, chief engineer, crew chief, maintenance controller and safety manager. So there are a few chiefs in there, but there's only one commander, I say to them. We have 80 aircraft in our fleet. 3 of those are 3 Bell 429 helicopters, 2 are Bell 412 helicopters, our primary search and rescue machine, and 3 fixed-wing single-turbine engine Cessna Grand Caravans. 2 of those are surveillance equipped. We are also responsible for procuring all our remote pilot aircraft systems, drones, their maintenance and pilot training for the New South Wales Police. The aircraft are fitted with cameras, infrared capability, winches, searchlights, several radios, computers and other specialist mission equipment, which equates to several $1 million per aircraft, and are used for our general taskings, surveillance and search and rescue missions. In 2022, we completed over 7,000 jobs, flew over 4,000 hours, rescued and located 320 people, including 38 winch rescues and retrieval of 10 bodies. This is all year round and heightens particularly during large-scale emergency flood and bushfire operations. We caused the arrest of 684 offenders committing crime, are involved in 244 pursuits per year, and provide a real layer of safety for the police and community in all those dangerous and high-risk scenarios, primarily by providing situational awareness from above and our ability to communicate to the police on the ground. It is also a real priority for us to better service the regional areas, which is proving to be challenging. With the limited resources we have, we are proud that we are the only law enforcement aviation agency in the country that owns all the staff and the assets. So all our other counterparts have outsourced large contingencies of their operations. We are heavily involved with community engagements, and we regard ourselves as a real go-to command for that, to facilitate those engagements. We are working strongly with PCYC and their programs, with Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander programs, particularly youth and youth at risk, Little Wings, the police family in general in times of need, the Rotary Club, other community events, and of course our good friends now at Macquarie University. And I want to acknowledge Vincent Hurley for his initiative, and I know he's very embarrassed about this, for reaching out last year to commence our relationship. Thank you, Vincent. It is important to us to ensure we're heavily engaged with the community, whether it is to help break down those barriers within various communities, make a kid's day by coming out and checking out our aircraft and our base, or to provide guidance, mentorship and leadership to our youth and young people. I believe when people come and visit, they see a completely different side to police. They are excited, inspired, and all this really helps us to achieve our objective in those engagements. We're always involved in special projects. They never end at aviation, but in the last 2 years we have finalised the Future Light Helicopter Bell 429 project. We have committed to pilot and crew training for what we call instrument flight rule capability and night vision imagery systems. This basically means to fly a helicopter in inclement weather when you can no longer see, and there's a significant risk of either crashing into terrain or tipping that helicopter and it crashes out of the sky, so to speak. Night vision's all about flying under night vision goggles at low altitude to winch people off the ground or out of the water, and to deploy a tactical team fast roping down out of the helicopter into a hostile environment, provide sniping capability at low level. So it's all about flying below lower safe at night, which is regarded as extremely high risk type flying. We have commenced a twin engine fixed wing project that will significantly enhance our search and rescue capability, particularly within regional areas and at sea, and our ability to transport our resources across the state of New South Wales, which is proving quite challenging at the moment when you only have single-engine Cessna caravans. We have commenced a large drone business case that we hope to initiate firstly in the regional areas and ultimately within the Sydney Basin. And there are some CASA challenges around flying drones over populous areas, over crowded places, and beyond visual line of sight. So we look forward to working with CASA through those challenges and achieving large drone capability. It will be a big game changer for us, providing a higher level of safety for the state of New South Wales. With infrared cameras, we recently conducted a 3-day trial of the shot-over camera system. And that leads me into our Macquarie University student projects, which involve drones, fixed-wing rotary and infrared cameras. 40 of the graduates were involved in those projects and are here today. We were so pleased to see the 40 students with absolutely no aviation background embrace the challenges of these complex aviation subjects. And they did that with such enthusiasm. All the projects were thoroughly researched, without bias, were on point, and certainly provided data and context why the New South Wales Police Force needs to invest in enhanced capability with the twin-engine fixed-wing rotary aircraft, why we must expand our drone capability, particularly with large drones, and why we must remain open to alternatives within the market, particularly pertaining to camera and infrared capability. The results of the infrared project directly led to the Australian New Zealand Law Enforcement Agency shot-over camera trial we recently conducted in March. We are also hosting the next Australian New Zealand Law Enforcement Agency drone conference in 2 weeks. All this reflects the level of interest the agencies have regarding the research being conducted in respect of the drone capability. It has been so pleasing to see the relationship between the Aviation Command and Macquarie University strengthen with continued project work. The second chapter in this relationship will see 5 more projects involving how to maximise the benefits of social media platforms, so looking for best practice with commentary and engagement, the New South Wales demographic and population growth and understanding the impact on crime trends, understanding criminal behaviour, what offenders do in the last 4 minutes prior to arrest, and I'm so looking forward to the results of those projects. For the future direction of Pole Air, we are at a critical junction in the direction we move forward in. It is easy to maintain the status quo, and if we did, the greater police population and the community probably wouldn't even understand the advantages and opportunities they would miss out. For me, I could never be satisfied in my leadership if I was not doing my best to enhance our capability, resources, professionalism, and drive towards instilling confidence in our brand and the community. So for us, this is a massive challenge because it is about moving into a true and efficient 24/7 operation. For the reality is we do not have the resources to operate 24/7 for a prolonged period at aviation. So we need to enhance our resources and capabilities to meet the expectations of 2023 and beyond. And this means to have more police, pilots and engineers working for us. As the students now well appreciate, it takes considerable resources not only to fly the machines, but to maintain them as well. And they are subject to a lot of maintenance work, whether it is scheduled maintenance or simple repair work because mission equipment just simply fails. The reality is the aircraft on average have 30% of their time in maintenance. 40% of that is as a result of specialist equipment failing. Throughout the last year, we have been operating at 50% strength with our rotary pilots, with the skills we are now demanding from rotary pilots, and what we are currently paying in a salary is not competitive in the current environment. And we have largely been unable to recruit into those vacancies we have. As a result of these gaps, we have brought in additional pilots under short-term contingent labour contracts, and this is an expensive exercise but primarily offset by the salaries that we are saving by having those vacancies. So why is this such a challenge, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you why. To simply get more aircraft and more people sounds pretty simple, and when I mentioned this is a massive challenge, this is exactly why. So you know this is at minimum a 3-year journey, likely to stretch out to 5. We need to complete and submit a business case for twin-engine fixed wings, an investment likely to be estimated at $20 million per aircraft. I'd only like 3. A business case for large drones capability to cover the state, estimated to be initial $5 million per base per year. I'd only like 3, and we could cover the state that way. Another 10 police, 4 pilots, 4 engineers, about another 1.7 in salaries, another Bell 429 and Bell 412, a bit over 30 million. A satellite base in the north to serve the state more efficiently and provide greater levels of safety, because in my opinion we could do this better, but this will require more police, pilots and engineers, so it could be another 30 plus million, depending on how this would take shape. Lastly, I just need to obtain the support of my executive, who have every other commander asking for resources to enhance their own capabilities. Then we need to obtain the support of government and treasury. And like our old promotion system, all this is an ultimate test of resilience. Trust me on that. What the police has really meant for me. So when I first joined in '87, I worked in general duties like all new recruits, where you start to develop and hone your basic skills dealing with victims and offenders, learning the art and importance of extracting, analysing information that leads to results. I used to think if I ever make sergeant, that would be awesome. Because back then, you hardly spoke to an inspector, let alone a superintendent. So the police has given me so many opportunities and offers such diversity, you could never get bored. So that's a recruitment line for anyone interested. You can see me later on. I mostly joined to catch crooks and have dedicated most of my career within criminal investigations, but have worked in the Tactical Operations Unit during the Olympics, got to experience many, many opportunities the average person simply wouldn't. I don't think I went home for 2 weeks and slept in the office and in the back of my car just working and going to events. I have worked on so many major crime cases and had the pleasure of locking up the worst within our communities. This is always such a gratifying feeling. I've had so many marvellous opportunities to command and have direct influence in the development of my people, and this is very important to me. I was asked to manage the police fleet, as was mentioned earlier, and I remember questioning the Deputy Commissioner saying, "I have no idea how to do this, man." And she said, "Don't worry, they just need good leadership. You have good support out there." Well, naturally I said yes, I didn't want to end my career. And so for the first few weeks I spent my time talking to every individual, understanding what they did, how they did it, where the gaps were, identifying opportunity and implementing strategies to improve efficiencies, communication and customer service. And this is a story in itself, but the moral to my story is always walk through the door and believe in yourself. Always work towards making things better. That is true leadership. If you are a good manager, your skills are transferable into so many different working environments. You just have to embrace the opportunity. Give yourself the chance to get your head around the business and back yourself in every time. Thank you for this opportunity. I hope I have provided some insight into the police and the Aviation Command. I so welcome the relationship we now have with Macquarie University. I wish the graduates every success in your future careers, and I look forward to hopefully many future projects. Thank you.
Now, if that is not commitment to community service and engagement, I don't know what it is. I really want to congratulate and thank Detective Superintendent Brad Monk for giving his time to be here at such an important occasion and give us a little bit of an insight in how the police force actually works, what is required, and what opportunities there are. I just want to say, Superintendent, if you'd recruit some of our graduates soon-to-be graduates. We want them back because there are more degrees that they can enroll for here. But we will happily lend some of them to you. So once again, please join me in thanking Detective Superintendent Monk. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call on our Acting Registrar, Ms. Melindy Chadwick, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be rewarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by the authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. I now call on Professor Albert Atkin, Deputy Dean of Education and Employability at the Faculty of Arts, to present the graduates. Professor Atkin.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. Students and staff from the Faculty of Arts develop critical, inquiring and curious minds. They work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems. They identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they need in order to understand the world, past, present and future. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, education, English, geography and planning, Indigenous studies, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology, and security studies and criminology. Through transformative education, Faculty of Arts graduates are equipped to face societal changes with a deep evaluative mind, strong reasoning, and a well-established ethical compass. They explore their creativity and passions while developing transferable skills like communication, critical thinking, and digital literacy. These skills are extremely sought after by employers. To our graduates, as you reflect on the last few years, I'm sure you'll agree that Macquarie University is a home to a wonderful community of people. The relationships and networks you've formed will continue to serve you well into your future as professional contacts, as academics, mentors, and as lifelong friendships. And we are proud of you. Thank you. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance and Bachelor of Laws honours. Noah James Lambert. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Honours, First Class. Bethany Burns. Jaden Huang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Jacob Basden. Melanie Campisi. Anish Prakash. Henry Schmidt-Lehrman. Alana Webb. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, First Class. Elisa Drink. Samuel Orchard. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Anushia Achudan. Henry Bruce. Zach Cortez. Sophia Russo. Michaela Slott. Hannah Turl. Lauren Vesperman. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, First Class, Diala Lebde. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Jack Croak. Bailey Hourigan. Sandy Neunt. present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting, with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Honours. Renee Carley. Madison Carley. Mayumi Hossain. Ashray Velal. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours First Class, Noah James Lambert. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Laws Honours, Claire Dufries. Matthew Hammond. Lachlan McConnell. Elizabeth Shanahan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Honours, First Class. Andre Anna Anastopoulos. Sunita Blair. Chelsea Bowd. Nicholas Bruzesi. Hannah Hurst. Charlie Jabor. Jason Kim. Tess O'Connor. Mary Rose Sukar. Prudence Watt. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Honours. Arash Abbasi. Charlotte Ambler. Aston Aronson. Dion Chern. Jordan Farahani. Hamish Foam. Ryan Gubran. Wanwen Huang. Melissa Cooch. Samuel Lehner. Alicia Mansour. Sarah Matthias. Georgia McPherson. Aidan Milligan. Andrew Milne. Anthony Nassif. Victoria Nguyen. Michael Oliver. Joshua Pereira. Priya Rajesh. Madeline Ross. Jasleen Sukhdev Singh. Catherine Teo. Yasmin Turner. Daniel Valenta. Well done. James Valentino. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, First Class. Jack Brown. Oliver Moss. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Sarah Coteau. Charlotte Petrie. Grace Vegasana. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology and Bachelor of Laws Honours, Isabel Loveridge. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, First Class. Darcy Duncan. Well done. Brendan Gahagan. Victoria Lawson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, Hiranya Patel. Isaac Smith. Natasha Vukalovic. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Nisha Richard. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Chelsea Maish. Kelly Neighbour. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Micah Maselungan. Shion Shreen. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Joseph Ordisho. Jack Cale. Pragina Dulu. Aidan Lane. Tasman Liliola. Daniel McGee. Seili Mangal. Michael Newt. Shivam Singh. Olympia Rosa Stambe. Joanna Su. Siddharth Tatikonda. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Eamon Fraser Crooks. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, William Fraser. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Christopher Albani. Nilufa Bezad Pur. Carla Bowes. Ryan Burke. Kiam Wen Chin. Madeline Cornish. Emma Davies. Eliza Jones. Yvonne Coe. Isabel Langen. Ka Ming Lo. Hannah Leachman. Alexander Loisos. Rhiannon Parker. Olivia Pepper. Jennifer Pryor. Jessica Vassallo. Ariana Zarate. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies, Sarah Ali. Emily Bafico. Audrey Rose Barber. Isha Bra. Liam Brown. Hamish Carnegie. David Coburn. Jesse Coker. Zach Colebrook. Courtney Diggleman. Luke Ebbs. Jack Eggington. Christopher English. Connor Fong. Benjamin Fullwood. Sophia Giannoulis. Rachel Holder. Nicola Lowe. Kieran May. Talia McKellar. Cecilia Mooney. Well done. Tamika Pitstop. Tobias Pootsma. Kirsty Redmond. Seung Hwan Shin. Arnav Singh. Lewis Smith. Jessica Turner. Well done. Jordan Underwood. Rylan Vignando. Luca Vigo. Georgia Wilkie. Corinne Wilmot. Marianne Wood. Jasmine Wright. Nathan Wu. Well done. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Counterterrorism and Master of Criminology, Madison Lane. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Counterterrorism and Master of Intelligence, Samuel Slade. Stephen Tate. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Criminology and Master of Cybersecurity Analysis, Kazi Adnan Mustafa. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Criminology and Master of Intelligence, Musa Ayash. Caitlin Rhodes. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Cybersecurity Analysis and Master of Intelligence, Zara Azimi. Chrisandra Skirville. Philip Thomas. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Intelligence with the degree of Master of Counter-Terrorism, Louise Talbot. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Counter-Terrorism, Patrick Flanagan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Criminology, Diana Anjos. Emily Balcom. Sarah Conlon. Yuchen Han. Renee Levio. Mele Louis. Sarah Mitchell.
Love you.
I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Cybersecurity, Mayura Edirasinha. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Cybersecurity Analysis, Kimia Alami. So Mang Lee. Patrick McCoy. Toby Moore. Mia Rosewarne. Darcy Vance. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Cybersecurity, Policing, Intelligence and Counter-Terrorism, Bernadette César. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Intelligence, Tassin Binti Alam. Tarek Al-Fadawi. Rebecca Apanian. Benjamin Hall. Edward Irwin. Rachel Jin. Gemma Thompson. Lisa Venables. Kirsten Vollmer. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Policing, Intelligence and Counter-Terrorism, Leonie Walker. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Security and Strategic Studies, Holly Butterfield. Well done. Bethany Hunter. Ben Husul. Max Robinson. Kurt Schult Schrebbing. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a programme of study in which the defining characteristic is research. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Adam Turner, for a thesis entitled Addressing the Intelligence Applications of Bitcoin Payments Related to Ransomware. Dr. Adam Turner. Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, I call on Natasha Vukalovic, who graduated today with a Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours, to speak on behalf of the graduates. Natasha.
Good afternoon, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the University, fellow graduates and guests. I am honoured to stand before you on this very special occasion. Aristotle famously said, "The more you know, the more you don't know." This rings true for all of us today as we celebrate the culmination of our academic journey. We have gained knowledge, but at the same time, we have realised the vastness of the unknown. So, let me take this opportunity to share some of the humbling experiences I've had during my time at Macquarie. As a bright-eyed 18-year-old, I started my degree brimming with confidence. However, I soon discovered that my obsession with binge-watching Suits did not translate into legal expertise. I learned that the corporate veil is not an accessory, reserve powers aren't saved for later, and torts aren't nearly as delicious as they sound. Who knew? As I advanced in my studies, my blind spots became clearer. I still remember studying for a trade law exam, a subject notorious for inciting caffeine-fueled breakdowns. I felt confident that my response was comprehensive, but the marker kindly reminded me that there were a few minor points of law I might have overlooked. You know, just the little things, like Articles 4.1, 5.4, 5.5, 5.7, 9.1, and 11. As I neared the end of my studies, I began work on my thesis, hoping to make a novel contribution to the field. Writing an original paper is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, and just when you think you found it, it turns out someone else has already used that needle to knit a jumper. During one challenging meeting with my advisor, my notes read like a page from a Stephen King novel. "Does this open Pandora's box?" was scrawled in the margins with "too big to tackle" written in bold letters across the top. 5 years and 40 subjects later, and I stand here humbled by the sheer magnitude of knowledge I have yet to discover. But as it turns out, I'm not alone. Psychologists have quantified this learning experience. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The effect states that those with less expertise tend to overestimate their abilities, while those with more experience tend to underestimate their skills. Turns out Aristotle was right after all. I'm grateful to now realise that I have so much more to learn, and I encourage all of you to embrace this idea as well. Admitting there is always more to learn is not a sign of weakness, but rather a mark of humility and wisdom. Embracing this mindset allows us to approach life with a sense of curiosity and a hunger for knowledge that will guide us towards progress and growth. We must strive to challenge our assumptions and be open to learning from those around us. So, let us all commit ourselves to the pursuit of knowledge, to expanding our minds, and to embracing the idea that the more we know, the more we realise how much we have yet to discover. Congratulations to all of the graduates here today, and best of luck in your future endeavours. Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. Do you have a business card? Just in case I need a lawyer one day. I want to be on your side. Let me just say thank you for those inspirational words. I think it resonated with many people here in the audience. Thank you so much, and I think you've spoken on behalf of all of them. Well done. That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you didn't understand the words of Angela, it means more studies. We have a wealth of knowledge. You to the power of us. Come back and do your degrees. We're waiting for you. Distinguished guests, please join me in expressing our appreciation to Angela Brewer for that superb performance. Angela. Angela is also the founder of and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. Thank you so much. Please also join me in thanking our musicians on the organ. On the organ, Heather Moyd-Boyd, and on the trumpet, Melanie McLaughlin. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank representatives from our alumni and staff community who have come today to help you celebrate this occasion so that everything runs smoothly. May I ask you to stand up, please? And finally, please join me in thanking our technical staff who ensure that the proceedings can be seen and heard, not just for all of you here today, but for those watching this event on live stream. Thank you very much, technical team. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you are now part of the bigger family that we call Macquarie University. Our alumni network, which is over 225,000 graduates strong, spanning more than 140 countries around the globe, welcomes you to the fold. This is the beginning of the rest of your lives. We will look forward to seeing you back on campus, to attend alumni events, to undertake further studies, or simply just to visit our beautiful campus and reminisce about the good times that you spent here as a Macquarie University student. Graduates, the award of a degree carries many opportunities and privileges. But like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourself to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. I urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you so far. My hope is that, as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned here not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It is also my hope that you always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom who are here today. I even met a newlywed couple here. You might have noticed. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a few things. First, I would like to ask all the new graduates to please stand. Now I want you to place your testaments on your seats and turn around and face your families and friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. You can turn around now, but don't sit down yet. Here on the dais, on stage, are representatives of our academic staff who have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testaments from the seat behind you, since the official party will soon leave the hall, followed by the graduates. As we do, Heather Moyt-Boyd will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies over centuries. There is an age-old set of Latin lyrics which begins as Gaudimus igitur dum sumus Ivenus. In translation, this graduation exit song starts out, "Therefore, let us rejoice. We will always be young, forever young," my favorite phrase. This song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the very same time, at the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state and city, and of happiness. Again, the graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for your futures filled with success, satisfaction, and most importantly, happiness. Now, might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly, I will lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates. I then invite you all to follow our graduates to the graduation hall here on my left to enjoy some light refreshments. Light refreshments meaning Monday afternoon refreshments. It's not Friday evening yet. In closing today, it's a wonderful celebration on your achievements. I say again, Gaudimus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.